Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about personal finance, specifically budgeting. I think for most people spending money is pretty easy, but finding the right budget that works for you can be a challenge. If you're someone that wants to save money this year and just doesn't know how or doesn't see where they can save more money, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through some atomic habits, some rules, and also some ideas that you can use to save more money and budget better this year. Also, as a side note, I'm trying to dive more into personal finance because I have so many things that I want to share with you. Let me know in the comments down below what topics you are most interested in. In the next couple of minutes, I will walk you through 5 different rules that you can use for yourself, or maybe just use as inspiration and see where it takes you this year. Rule number 1 is something that I learned the hard way. I'm someone who likes to organize everything, and early in my career, I really liked sticking to certain rules. So I obviously set budgets for my financials. However, I set very fixed budgets. I looked at my credit card bills, I checked where I was spending money on, and I picked a very fixed number for each category. And those categories were pretty detailed. For example, I had a category for Uber and Lyft rides. It's that detailed. What I learned over the years was fixed budgets do not work for me. But what works for me is flexible categories within a certain budget. For example, I put all of my non-essential spending into one bucket instead of splitting it up into different buckets. And within that bucket, I set different categories that have a limit, but it's pretty flexible. With that in mind, I know that some categories in there, for example, travel or restaurants, etc., they vary every single month based on what I'm doing. However, I still want to keep a certain budget for my non-essentials. So let's say I have $1,000 to allocate for non-essential spending. I'm breaking up those $1,000 and I'm just arranging it the way it works for me in a given month. Rule number 2 that you can use for your personal budgeting is a 2-minute daily check-in. So every day, it doesn't matter when it is, it can be in the morning when you drink coffee, or it can be at night when you're watching TV, you go over the money that you spent in a given day. Now, you probably think this is pretty annoying. Initially, it's probably not something that you really enjoy doing. However, studies have shown that when you actually look at your spending, you spend less money because you get reminded of you spending money on random stuff all the time. I think nutritionists are talking about the same things when people want to lose weight and they're asked to have a food diary. It's the same theory. If you're focused on something and you're actually keeping an inventory, it makes it more difficult for you to spend money. The way I do this is with a super simple app called Mint. I typically go over this every single day and I check if all of the expenses have been categorized correctly. And with that app, I also make my life much easier because I know exactly how much budget I have left in each category. The next rule I have for you is a 5-5-5 saving sprint. Now, what does that mean? It is a very simple and effective method to save for your emergency fund, for your long-term goals, and also your short-term goals. And to achieve this, it's super simple. You have 3 5% categories, and each of those 5% come from your net income. Then, with each of those 5%, you allocate them to different buckets. First one, emergency fund. Second one, long-term investments. Third one, short-term investments. And you may be thinking, 3 times 5%, 15% is quite a lot of your income. Consistently putting 5% towards a goal will help you succeed, and it will help you maximize your growth potential. And I would highly recommend to take this money in the very beginning of the month or whenever you get your paycheck and take it out automatically so you cannot even spend it. I always do that. Same day as my paycheck arrives, I take the money out, I never touch it, I never see it, I don't even have a chance to spend it on anything meaningless. If you feel like those 15% are too much to handle right now, you can also follow rule 4, which is a 1% incremental plan. The 1% plan is something that every single person out there can follow. It doesn't matter how much you earn or how little, you can always take 1% out of your paycheck and put it towards your savings. 10 years later, you will probably be super happy that you started doing this. The more experience you have, the bigger this 1% will be. And best case scenario, this 1% is a couple $100 to a couple $1,000 each month. With this 1% rule, I would also encourage you to first start with the debt repayments. If you currently have debt, for example, credit card debt, student loans, start paying those off in increments. If you're currently thinking about investing your money or saving, but you have those debts open, you should pay those off first because you're losing money as we speak. And the last rule I have for you is the 1-for-1 rule. For every single new item that you buy, you also need to sell or donate another item. This is a great way to maintain the balance that you have in your apartment, in your closet, or in your life in general. And it can help you reduce making new purchases because you're aware that you already have so many things out there. Personally, I do this with decluttering my closet. Every single time I buy new clothes, I also get rid of some clothes, and I only allow a certain amount of hangers in my closet. If the hangers are full, I have to say goodbye to some items that are there. And then I sell or I donate those items because I obviously don't need them anymore. This is not only adding value to your inventory, but it also helps you to be more mindful about the purchases that you do make every day. And it also applies to subscriptions that you have. So check out what phone subscriptions, newspaper subscriptions, etc. you currently have that you want to get rid of. To summarize this quick video, we talked about 5 different rules that you can use for budgeting and also to save more money in your life. It is all designed to help you reach your goals and make you a bit more comfortable with your financial planning. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I'm going to film more videos that are focused on personal finance based on my own personal experience. Thank you so much for watching. I hope those budgeting rules have a positive impact of your life, and see you next time.